exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. What's up to Kelvin Benjamin? This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome to what I only can describe as very controversial. It is obviously Thanksgiving Eve here today, and because of that, because we're in the spirit of Thanksgiving and it's a time of family and friends and talking about all the stuff that you're thankful for and all that good stuff, it's also, we can't overlook a time to eat. That is right. Thanksgiving, if it's known for anything, maybe it's good or maybe it's bad, but if it's known for anything, it's known for the food. The turkey, the stuffing, the cranberry sauce, the mashed potatoes, the gravy, everything. You guys know the drill. So, and by the way, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a safe Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys have a wonderful feast, wherever it may be, whoever it may be with. Because I know a lot of people, maybe you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, or maybe you don't have the traditional Thanksgiving, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be turkey. It doesn't have to be all the traditional Thanksgiving foods that people associate with Thanksgiving. Maybe it's tacos, or maybe it's Chinese food, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter. Just I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. But today's video, the reason it's going to be controversial, or potentially controversial, is because I'm going to name my top 5 Thanksgiving foods. That is right. I'm gonna bust it out here. That's what she said. I'm gonna crack out my top 5 Thanksgiving foods. So we start at number 5. Number 5. This is everything. This includes appetizers, this includes desserts, this includes the meal, everything. My top 5. Number 5. My number 5 meal. Are you ready? Is pumpkin pie. That's right, I'm starting out controversial. Maybe some people have pumpkin pie as their number 1. Maybe some people don't even have it on their list. I have pumpkin pie at my number 5. Now, don't get me wrong. I like a good pumpkin pie. I do. But I only really eat it on Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving. In November is when I eat it. And it's weird because I don't like a lot of pumpkin flavored things, but pumpkin pie I like. I never used to like it, but then over the past like 5 years or 6 years or so, I've kind of warmed up to it a little bit. I don't like pumpkin spice or anything. Not necessarily. I don't like that much. I like cinnamon, but I don't really like pumpkin spice. It's weird. I'm a weird guy. So, pumpkin pie is my number 5. Mainly, it's good, but mainly because it's only a food that I eat once or maybe twice a year. And in my personal Thanksgiving top 5, I want it to be more food that I would go to first. And not just because it's dessert, but I wouldn't necessarily think of pumpkin pie first. I would obviously think of turkey first, but that's my number 5. If you disagree with me, that's good, because that's what this is supposed to be for. My number 4 is going to be stuffing. Stuffing depends on the stuffing, because if you get good stuffing, then there's really not a whole lot better than a good, nice little scoop of stuffing on your plate. Now, I don't particularly go for it every time, but it's the fact that knowing that it's there is why it's at number 4. Because if it's not there, then it's a disappointment. But knowing that it's on the table and it's available to me if I want it, then that's the plus. And when I get it, it's usually good. So stuffing is number 4 on my list. So we got pumpkin pie and we've got stuffing at 5 and 4. At number 3, Number 3 on my list is mac and cheese. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Juice, mac and cheese. Why do you have mac and cheese above stuffing? You have mac and cheese above pumpkin pie. You're a crazy man. You're a psychopath. You're all correct. I am a psychopath. I'm a crazy man. Because I got pumpkin pie at 5, I got stuffing at 4, and I got the mac attack at 3. That's right. You got to get the good mac and cheese. The mac and cheese with 3 or 4 different cheeses in it. The big elbow noodles. I'm not a big fan of the crust on top. That's never been my thing. But if you like that's cool. I mean, it doesn't have to be a hindrance. I can eat it. I've just never been a big fan of it. I wouldn't choose that if I was making mac and cheese. I wouldn't choose to have a crust on it. But there's not really a whole lot better than a good mac and cheese. I mean, am I right? Or are we really disagreeing about a good mac and cheese? You can't disagree about that. So mac and cheese is my number 3. It's warm. It's cheesy. It's comforting. It reminds you of the good old days. Like mac and cheese is a W. Just in general, mac and cheese is a W, and especially around Thanksgiving time. So mac and cheese is going to be my number 3. My number 2 is probably a fan favorite around the entire world, unless you're obviously allergic or not, you just don't like them. But it's going to be mashed potatoes and gravy. How could you not have a Thanksgiving list without mashed potatoes and gravy? And it's got to be the special kind of like turkey gravy that's not super dark like the brown gravy. It's gotta be lighter, light brown. It just tastes different. It hits different, basically. Especially when you get the nice, soft, creamy mashed potatoes. Maybe put a little bit of garlic in there. Get the little garlic taste to it. Oh, baby, it's so good. It's mashed potatoes and gravy might be my favorite. I was debating between 1 and 2. I was really, really debating, and I still might switch these 2 around because mashed potatoes and gravy might be my favorite. I go for that out of everything. Mashed potatoes is the best. But getting to number 1, it's obviously turkey. Turkey is synonymous with Thanksgiving. If you ask any 5-year-old or 6-year-old out there in the world, you say, what do you think of when you think of Thanksgiving? You're going to say either pilgrims or turkey. That's just what happens. So turkey's number 1, and it's got to be cooked right. It's got to be juicy. It's got to be tender. You can't have like no dry cardboard piece of turkey that just doesn't, it takes too long to chew. You can't have that. So it's got to be cooked right, whether it's in the oven, whether it's basted, whether it's deep fried. It doesn't matter. Turkey's turkey when it's cooked right. It's really good. So I know that probably is pretty controversial, and I may even switch up my 1 and 2. They're really close. It's really back and forth between 1 and 2. You know what? I'm going to do something unthinkable. I'm going to do something out of this world. You're going to think, Juice, what are you talking about? You're a crazy person. You're insane. You need to be put in a mental hospital with the straitjacket, with the jacket where your arms are back like this, because of what I'm about to do. I am moving turkey down to 2. I know. Pause for dramatic effect, right? And I'm bumping up mashed potatoes and gravy to number 1. That's right. It just feels right. It feels right to have mashed potatoes and gravy at number 1 because in my personal opinion, now remember, this is not the whole world's list. This is just my list. So if you hate me for it, that's okay. We can all have our different opinions. That's what this is for. But mashed potatoes and gravy, to me, is the best thing at a Thanksgiving table. Now I named these 5 things. I named basic traditional Thanksgiving things. If you guys have Thanksgiving dinner where you don't have these kind of things, maybe you have different things. I didn't mention green bean casserole or cranberry sauce or anything like that. So like if you guys have any of that stuff that you guys like that I didn't have, maybe that's just the way that we grew up. That's just our different Thanksgivings. So my personal list is number 5, pumpkin pie. Number 4, stuffing. Number 3, mac and cheese without the crust on top. Number 2 is turkey. And number 1, the best Thanksgiving food item on the table, in my opinion, is mashed potatoes and gravy. That is right. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like on the video, hit that notification bell and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. We love to have you. If you guys have your top 5 lists, leave them down below. I'm very curious to see what kind of different variations or different combinations we get. And if you guys hate me for what I've done in this video, I completely agree with you, but this is my list. I am okay with you hating me for it. It's all right. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. We love to have you. And once again, I probably am super emotional when I talk about the video tomorrow. So just let me live on that one. But I want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. Have a great Thanksgiving. If I forget to say this in tomorrow's video, I just want to say now, have a great, wonderful Thanksgiving with your family, with your friends, or whoever you spend it with. Maybe it's by yourself. That's okay too. But just have a wonderful, safe, happy Thanksgiving. And I love you guys. Every one of you. Even the ones that don't subscribe, even the ones that don't like the videos, even the ones that hate me, to my core. I love you all. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.